Okay, Sean, Katie, Sean, Katie, what happened in the last episode of Attack on Titan?
So it's the aftermath of the battle. Armin being told about him becoming a Titan. It's quite sad because he basically just said, like, you should have just left me to die and bring back Erwin.
Yeah.
Still, after all this time, doesn't fully believe that he's capable.
No. Sad.
But yeah, then the rest of the group, Eren, Mikasa, Levi and Hange went to the basement. Which is the important thing. Found the basement. The key that Eren said gave him didn't open the door to the basement, but it opened like a cupboard in his desk that had a false bottom. They found 3 books. And in it they found a photograph of who looked to be Grisha, another woman and like a little boy. Potentially another family maybe he had, who knows. And we didn't really hear much, but it didn't tell us anything other than that.
It said that outside the walls,
humanity,
lives a life of luxury, which raises again more questions. It's like, okay then, so at some point we're going to have to be spoon-fed the history of this world, because...
It's going to be, I feel like they're probably going to do it in little increments to try and make it easy.
Yeah.
We then saw people inside the walls reaction to hear that War Maria had been retaken and that the Survey Corps had been successful in the mission.
Yeah.
And then there was like a little end credit, wasn't there, where we saw a young Grisha and a little girl, a sister, yeah. In this place, I don't know, wherever he grew up. And there was like blimps, and it looked really like it looked.
Posh.
Yeah, it looked a lot better than what the walls looked like.
Yeah.
And that's all we saw. So hopefully we get some more answers in this one.
Yeah. Right, so let's watch. It's episode 20. We're coming to the end.
What truth? Tell us the truth.
Hey, whoa.
Eldians? Eldians?
So these the sort of poor.
Looks like it. What makes them different to these people? The separation within this society, but for what reason? Oh, bless him.
So what was the point in that?
Probably like a technicality, isn't he? He's supposed to do it. But why though? What makes him different from them?
His place in the world.
Sins committed by your ancestors. Mali. So they're from Mali. They're from like Liberia.
Yeah, Liberia.
Ymir Fritz. Oh, that's the same name as...
Yeah. He had a pact with the devil.
So 9 Titans. 9 Titans.
The Great Titan War.
8 years ago.
Who was it that retreated into the walls?
The Eldian king. So they're Eldians, they were left there. The king and I guess a few people had went into the walls. But the Malians...
So two of the Titans went with them.
They had 2 Titans.
Is
He
that
literally took punishment just so that wouldn't happen.
this paradise the 3 walls?
Maybe it's just that land, that country. Be sent to the Titans.
Right, so we've got the Malians and the Eldians.
Restore the old Eldian Empire.
Formed the room called it all.
見ろ、これが真実だ。我々の使徒ユミルは巨人の力に目覚め、荒れ地を耕し、道を作り、峠には橋を架けた。
Oh, so she actually helped rather than what they said she did. Dina Fritz. That's the same name as Yemaya. She was Yemaya Fritz. Oh, so she's a royal. She must be related to. Is she related to Hysteria? Distantly, like very distantly. If she was related to the old king that retreated into the walls, then they would somehow be related, wouldn't they?
Hmm. So the founding titan that's inside the three walls is what they need.
Oh. That's what Eren has, isn't it?
Does he have that? The founding titan created the three walls. But they have blood. Ooh.
Tens of millions of titans within the walls.
Tens of millions of titans. That's the truth that they've been hiding.
Oh, gonna use him as like a tool. Did he give them up?
Is that why Grisha got sent to...
Paradise? Is that why he got sent there? As pure titans.
Oh.
Jeez. I wonder if this is the same like organisation that Amir was a part of.
No, because they were like religious nuts.
Huh?
They were like religious nuts, weren't they?
Yeah, but they were like...
So they're turning them all into titans. That's the titan
That's the one that got Eren, wasn't it?
Yeah. Looks like him. He's the owl.
To the inside man?
He's the owl. I wonder if she's gonna... Is she gonna be a titan that we'll recognise?
Oh my god. Oh my god, his ex-wife. Oh my god.
Grisha's ex-wife killed his second wife.
I mean, that's just...
15年前8歳の妹を犬に食わせたのはお前だろ。化け物になる。
Is that?
That one looks familiar as well.
これは全人類の願いなんだよ。心が痛むわけないだろう。人殺しはそっちだろう。
Well, telling you, he's the owl.
Oh.
That one does look familiar. Which one is it? You deserve this.
どうだ。これが面白いと思うか。あんたは俺がフクロウだ。
Knew it.
He has the power of a titan.
It's the same kind of titan as Eren.
So wait, so does that then mean that Grisha then takes the power from him? Because Eren took the power from him, didn't he? From Grisha.
Yeah. The attack titan. What?
Is that what that titan is? So wait, they said there was 9 titans. How many have we seen? Because there's that one, the attack titan.
Yeah.
There's
Armored.
colossal, beast.
Beast.
There's the crawly one.
The Emir one.
The fountain one.
Did you say the Emir one? The one that Emir was. You know, History's friend.
Emir, yeah. There was the fountain one that's 7. So there's 2 others.
The 2 that retreated to paradise.
No, because isn't that...
There was 9 titans. 2 of them left with the Eldians.
Yeah.
And went to where the 3 walls now are.
Uh-huh.
Right. The other 7 stayed where they were all thingied, which must mean that there's at least 7, all of whom at one point had their powers on the mainland. We know that the attack titan had it because we just saw it there.
But I presume the fountain titan was one of them that left with the...
We don't know, do we? Well, the fountain titan put the walls up, didn't it?
Yeah, so it has to be. So who was it, the titan? Unless I'm missing something really obvious.
Unless we've just got it completely wrong. I hope it explains it a bit more because I'm still a tiny bit confused. I get that there's the Marlians, is that what they're called, Marlians? Yeah. And the Eldians.
Yeah.
The Marlians told the Eldians that they were being punished for this horrific thing that their ancestors had done.
Yeah, because this Emir had
destroyed the world and everything. Yeah. But in reality, it was actually Emir who gave them technology and
roads and
protection and walls and stuff. So they were trying to revolt.
And they had,
So even thinking about it, the Eldians, who are the royal family that are there on Paradise Island, are actually still technically the good guys. The bad guys are all the ones coming for them.
Yeah.
The Marlians are the real bad guys here, aren't they? Because they essentially banished a whole group of people. And they're just
constantly creating more titans by just chucking them over the thing, aren't they? So it's
that's a mad twist of fate that it was actually Grisha's first wife that killed Eren's mother.
That's crazy. That's beyond a coincidence to me.
I was sitting there thinking she's obviously going to be an important titan, isn't she? So does that mean what they were injecting into those weren't the powers of...
Instead of pure titans, so they're just the regular ones that they don't have consciousness, is what I imagine. And then there are 9 that are
the super titans.
They're the ones that can control when they turn and when they don't. But they also said that King had said something about tens of millions of titans
in the walls.
Am I correct? Because I know you said everyone's a titan, and we kind of brushed past that, but or is it because there were titans actually inside of the wall?
Well, when it showed you there, it showed you a little flashback where it was just a sort of titan standing next shoulder to shoulder all the way around, and that's how they sort of built it. But surely it must be more than that. tens of millions, even on a wall that big, wouldn't be.
Well, because they're not just. When you think about it, there are like 3 walls. Then each wall has like a little bit. A few little bits jutting out.
I think it is something like every Eldian has the power to be a.
But then it seemed like he could control the type of Titan they were going to become.
I would think about it as well. If they went in, any person, any Eldian that went in there, surely they must have blood of other Titans, of regular Titans, because even if they got injected and survived, anything that came, no, that's not right. I think my theory was correct. I think there's the potential that all of the Eldians are Titans.
It's crazy. It's crazy that it's just. I was very confused when the last one ended, but this one's kind of cleared up a bit more. There's Malians, the Eldians. Said something about Liberia, didn't he? Is that what the Eldians are?
Was that not just that was the district, wasn't it? That's where they were being kept. Yeah. It's essentially the Nazis and the Jews, isn't it? Like there's no, but that's like what the Nazis did to the Jews during the Second World War.
Like what is it?
Split them off.
Subjugated.
Yeah, they cordoned them off into their own little sort of hovels.
Armbands.
They had to wear armbands and to show their class and whatnot. So it's a similar thing to that. So in any scenario, even if you were to turn around and say Rod Race is a bad guy, technically he's still more of a good guy than.
Thing is, he didn't know the reason why, because we still don't know the reason why every single founding Titan within the just the royal ones, because Eren couldn't see it. Every single of the royal founding Titans saw the memories and for some reason didn't want to restore everyone else's memories. They were keeping it secret for some reason. But why though? There's something else.
All the Eldians are Titans.
Oh, I don't know.
So does that mean the 4th season is just going to be a war between the Eldians and the Malians? Marleyans, I don't know how you pronounce it, but
I don't know. It feels really good to finally be getting
some answers.
I know. Bigger answers than just the little ones here.
Yeah.
That's insane though.
I knew, when his wife was getting pulled along the wall, I didn't say it, but I knew she was going to be a Titan that we would recognise.
Because they all kind of were, weren't they? Especially that old man. I'm sure that's the one that got Eren, wasn't it?
Eren now. But it's there was that one.
That's insane. That's going back to the first season.
Yeah, but
that's insane.
But think about that then. So what was the time period between?
They said something about 80 years.
Yeah, there's the 80 years.
That they'd from
since the Eldians went to Paradise Island.
But I'm sure, did they not say 50 years they'd been living inside the walls? It wasn't 100 years.
Right, so say it's 50 years. That means that Grisha is at least.
But it wouldn't though.
80.
How would it? How would Grisha be 80?
Oh no, he died, didn't he?
Because the history of it, so the king went and was there for 80 years, but they'd been living inside the walls for 50 years. I think is what they were saying.
So Grisha must be 30 there when he was on the wall there.
So maybe it's something like they were inside the walls for 80 years, and then after 30 years they decided to wipe everyone's memory and just start again.
I'm just trying to figure out if Grisha has old age or not, because if there's 50 years between the beginning of season 1 and the last time there was a Titan attack.
Yeah.
Right, which is okay. So there's 50 years. Grisha's already there at that point. He's already there, at season 1, at the beginning of season 1.
Right. No, I don't think there's a big period jump. I think this is purely. Do you remember when we saw the episode where we learned about how Grisha was outside the wall and the guy in the Survey Corps found him and brought him in?
Yeah.
I think this literally happens before. So I don't think Grisha's actually 80 or 50. I think just that time had passed since the Eldians had gone back to Paradise Island. If that makes sense.
Madness. So theoretically, we've still got 2 Super Titans to see. That is, if we've counted the Super Titans right. We might have counted them wrong.
If that is actually including the Founding Titan, which I'm not entirely sure it might. That's the first Titan, so is there not other Titans I don't know.
The ones that we definitely know for there's the Attack Titan, which is Eren.
Yeah.
And we know Reiner, Bertolt, and the Beast. We know those 4.
And the
I don't even know what that one is.
Annie.
Right, okay, so I would say those 4. I wouldn't even say the quality one
Attack
is.
Titan Ball. It's intellect. It has it knows things. It can talk, doesn't it?
I would say for absolutely sure there's only 5.
Attack.
Attack, beast,
armored, beast,
colossal,
a female.
Those are definitely the 5 that we know. There's 9.
And potentially that Crawley one.
If we had to guess more, the Crawley one,
yeah,
the Founding Titan.
Yeah, so that would leave 2, potentially 3 if we're including the Founding Titan.
No, we'd leave 2 potentially. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yep, believe it or not, I know maths, Sean. And I was counting with fingers, so it's not hard to get it wrong.
But then there's still that divide that there's 2 that was originally with the Eldians on Paradise Island.
Unless here's my working theory.
Emiya? Is Emiya not one?
And Emiya, yeah. Because she stole it from one of their friends.
History's friend, yeah.
So that's
8.
There's potentially one more. We don't know what kind of Titan that was, so that Emiya was.
No.
So unless, right, like I was saying, unless the Attack Titan was inside, was the one that went, it would make sense why you would want to infiltrate Mali. He'd been sent on a mission by like the king or someone to infiltrate Mali, and
I just assumed he defected. I just assumed he defected.
we don't know. We don't even know who he is.
My main question is, where does Emiya fit into it?
Which one?
Emiya, the woman who was History's friend.
Right.
Because when you saw her history, she was part of like a little cult, and then she was executed.
She had been named Emiya, I presume now, after the founding Emiya.
Yeah.
So.
But she was way older than even Reiner and Bertolt.
Yeah.
She didn't even know what language they spoke. No, sorry, she understood a language that they didn't speak. So, like, where does that little
cult come into it?
Yeah, cult, where does that come from?
Maybe that's just like...
Because they were doing something similar to what they were doing there. They were, like, cutting their throats and chucking them off the wall and turning them into
So, obviously,
Titans.
I think she's... What I would guess is that she was an Eldian that was kind of roped into this, like, cult, I guess, of, like, Eldians that were still worshipping Emiya, and they were just calling her, like...
It's a fascinating topic.
It's a lot. It's so intricate. There's so like little mini like things, and I don't even feel like we've got it all yet.
Nah, I still don't feel like I understand everything that I've just been told.
I think I've got a decent.
I know roughly the history.
Yeah.
But I need more.
I feel like Dinah Fritz.
Yeah.
Was royal, but so then we have the race.
So she was related to the races.
I presume so, because she said she was a descendant of the king. But obviously the king went into the walls.
Yeah.
So I presume that would mean that Dinah Fritz and Zeke are related distantly, probably, to Hysteria.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So my 2 big questions are, and we'll leave it here.
I'm trying to process everything.
You will have 2 big questions, and this is how we'll end the video.
Okay.
So my one big question is, what are all the Super Titans, and where did they start in terms of like 2 went to Paradise Island, 7 stayed on the mainland. I want to know which ones there were. Are there still more Super Titans, or are the ones that we've seen and the ones that we've named, are they actually the Super Titans?
Wouldn't there be less than 9 now, because Eren's the Attack and didn't he take the Founding? So would there not be 8 then?
Maybe. And my second one is, where does Emiya, the Titan, where does her little cult fit into it, all like the history?
Yeah.
What's your big questions?
God, I don't even know where to start. My big questions would be, why did the Malians conspire against the Eldians? What happened? What caused it? Was it just greed, or was it something else?
I think it was greed.
Is there more to the story? Also, how... I want to know why the royals wanted, that became the Titans, wanted to keep it a secret, the history a secret. Because surely, if it was as simple as, these evil Malians betrayed us, we had to come hide here, they keep on creating Titans, we have to stay inside the walls, I feel like people wouldn't find an issue with that. But the fact that it's been kept a secret tells me there's something else.
There's something else.
There's something bigger.
My big thing is, Because did it say that all the Eldians were related to Amir, like the original Amir?
Well, that they said that they were her people. I presume who she ruled over.
Are they somehow? Because if that's what I was trying to get at, if they're somehow descended from her, then they might all be Titans.
Well, I thought that was the case for the royals, and maybe because it's like she was the founding Titan. Amir Fritz.
Yeah, but she wasn't.
Diana Fritz. So is that like are they? Is it?
Yeah, but she wasn't the founding Titan. She was the founder of all of the Titans, but she wasn't the founding Titan.
I thought she was.
No.
I thought she was.
Amir.
That's what it made it seem like. She was the founding Titan.
I thought it was just like she was like essentially the mother of Titans.
But
and that the founding Titan was just one of the Super Titans.
What I know, I thought it implied that she was the founding Titan. She was the founder.
Explain it to us. Doesn't matter.
No, don't actually, because that'll spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Well, obviously don't spoil things, but explain.
Don't spoil it.
If it's not going to spoil anything,
that's
try and
what
explain.
I got away from it, because then I thought, oh well, that would make sense why it. Because Dinah Fritz is like.
Dinah.
Dinah.
Dana.
Dinah.
Dana.
Dinah. Is that
Dana.
What are you saying?
Dana.
You're saying like 5 different names here.
I said Dana.
Dana. Dana is obviously like we know directly descended from her, so.
I'm still.
It's like, because I was saying it's really coincidental that like Grisha's first wife killed his second wife.
Yeah.
Like really coincidental. So what if it's something like, because we've seen some Titans have some level of control. What if it's something like she did have some level of control because she's descended from the founding Titan Amir.
I know, but you would need to have one of the Super Titans.
I know, to like actually control like the transformation, but maybe she has some level of control in her head.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just, unless it is just purely coincidence that she just so happened to kill Grisha's second wife, because that was crazy to me.
I'm still holding out hope that my theory that everyone is a Titan is correct. But I guess we'll see. That was us reacting to episode 20. We've only got 2 episodes left. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell, be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
I don't even know. My brain's like still trying to process everything.
Yeah. Thank you for watching.
I need to